Please introduce yourself, state your name and DOC number for the record.
Roddy Guilbeau, 392-794.
All right, Mr. Guilbeau, you heard the introductions. We'll have a parole interview. We'll ask you some questions. You can respond at the end. You can make a statement. We'll take a vote. You understand the process?
Yes, sir.
Roddy Guilbeau DOC number 392-794. First class offender. Parole eligibility date 3/2/2023. Good time 8/23/2046. Full term 11/4/2096. Second degree murder charge, and you had commutation of sentence to 99 years on March the 2nd, 2023 by Governor Edwards. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, would you answer Ms. Renata's questions, please?
Good morning, Mr. Guilbeau. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, thanks for asking. So, Mr. Guilbeau, you were seen by the pardon board last year. You got the favorable recommendation, and then the governor commuted your sentence from life to 99 years. The reason noted in the record for the favorable recommendation was that you, at the time of your pardon hearing, you had a favorable recommendation by the warden. You had an excellent prison record, and you had completed some good programs. Have you been able to take any programs since that pardon hearing, which was in April of 2022? Have you completed anything since then?
Yes, ma'am. I sure have.
What have you done?
I've taken substance abuse, living in balance 1 and 2, and the 100-hour pre-release exit program. And I also received 2 more certificates in my jacket from carpentry and painting and stuff like that.
Well, good. So you've been busy.
Yes, ma'am. Work in between. Yes, ma'am.
So I won't go over the details of the crime. We discussed that at length at your pardon hearing. I will note for the record that you only had 2 DDs, 2 write-ups during your entire period of incarceration, which is over 25 years. And both of those were low court minor infractions. It's an excellent conduct record.
I think it was low court. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, they were. I see you have the parole project here in support, and they'll be speaking in just a few moments. But beyond the parole project, what is the transition plan for you?
Job-wise?
Yeah, where you live, job-wise and housing.
Well, I have my resident plan and my unemployment plan here with me, and my resident plan is with my daughter, and I plan on going to the parole project for a couple of weeks for them to help me get started.
Right.
But I've been offered plenty of jobs here since at the rodeo, besides of what I have on my employment plan now. And I operate heavy equipment and, and so on and stuff like that. So job-wise is no problem, and resident is no problem. And I was asked at the pardon hearing about my what I was going to do when I get out to stay sober.
Yes.
And I had my daughter take care of that. There's I had it put in my file on the members' phone list and everything else, that in that town in Abbeville where she lives at, I have a complete list of everyone who participates in the sobriety meetings every night or every few nights a week. So I plan on getting involved. I plan on getting involved in that,
I'm glad to hear you've been thinking about that.
Yes, ma'am. I had
Employment plan with Judy Site Contractors.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's in Karen Crow.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I made a note, I'm glad you brought up the sobriety plan, because I made a note in my notes that at the time of the crime, you were very, very drunk.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
So what do you do there? Do you go to AA meetings there? And go,
Oh, here in Angola?
yes.
Well, I've been to AA, you know, and the substance abuse, the living in balance, but I was asked about what I was gonna do about it when I get out on the pardon hearing. And I said, God has given me the ability to go on the right road. You know, there's no more off roads.
All right. Well, at the pardon hearing, I'm sure you were advised of the opposition from law enforcement and the prosecutor's office. That is all still there. That hasn't changed. I don't have any other questions of you, Mr. Guilbeau. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lord Nambo, anything you can add?
Only thing I can add that he had received certificates in carpentry and for the paint crew. No more DD reports, and he's a little tiger. Everything has been the same since his first hearing.
Right, thank you. I hear from Andrew Hundley.
Andrew Hundley, representing Louisiana Parole Project, confirming to the board that Roddy is a client of our program. If he is to be released, he will immediately come to our reentry program, where he will receive all the services of our organization, including initial housing. Specific to Roddy, he's going to immediately have access to our staff social worker. We're going to complete a substance abuse evaluation and work with him on developing a more thorough sobriety plan. But just from our interactions with Roddy, we know that he is committed to his sobriety, and we're very confident based on the family support that he has and just his character over the last several years that he has made a turn in his life. He's worked on the road and levee crew for a while. He is a very talented heavy equipment operator. We're confident in the years that he has left that he's going to have no problem getting and maintaining employment based on the skills that we have. Louisiana Parole Project commits to providing Roddy with case management for a minimum of the first year that he is home and working with his family to ensure a smooth transition when he leaves our program and goes to live with his daughter. Thank you.
Right, we're here from Miss Amanda Guilbeau.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are y'all this morning?
Good, you can go ahead and make a statement.
Well, like I said, that is my father, Roddy Guilbeau. I am just, I'm speechless. I'm so proud of him. We have gotten his license cleared, everything. He drove 18-wheelers all his life, from everything. Just, he can do anything and everything. He's not a quitter, and he's a hard worker. And to come home and live with me, he has a grandbaby on the way, actually, and I'm due in October, so that'd be really awesome, really. Yeah.
Great, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, we're here for Mr. Chip Burgess there.
Yes, I just going to highlight one item that I mentioned in the letter that I sent to the parole board, and that is his friend who I met and had phone conversations with over the years, who is since deceased. But Jackie Fontenot, his obituary in Angola, like magazine, is probably the most impressive obituary I've ever read in that magazine, talking about how Jackie had so many friends and would do things for so many people. And the reason I mentioned his name is that Jackie was Roddy's best friend. And for that indicates to me that Roddy makes friends well. Obviously, Jackie was a good choice of, made good choices of his friends. And so that relationship was like a brotherhood. And so I think Roddy will have no problem on the outside, making friends and doing very well, and no longer being a ward of the state, and be a taxpayer citizen. So I encourage the granting of it.
All right, thank you. Thank you for your comment. All right, Mr. Guilbeau, would you like to make a statement on your behalf?
Yes, sir. I'd like to thank the board members for every opportunity they give me to speak on the board. And I just don't know how many people to thank. I can thank God and the board and everyone else around me that helped me.
All right, thank you. Am prepared to vote? Ms. Renata?
Mr.
I would
Gill,
like, well, I'm sorry, I hate to interrupt you. I would also like to tell y'all, thank y'all for this opportunity. That's a dream come true and a miracle in itself right there. Thank
All
y'all
right.
so very much, and I appreciate it.
Mr. Guilbeau, my vote is to grant your parole. I'm pleased of the hard work you've done since your party hearing. You have a good transition plan beginning with the parole project. I would add special conditions that you report to your parole officer each week for the first 6 weeks. You need to get to know your parole officer well. Attend 3 AA meetings a week for the first 6 months, and then go often. I won't tell you how often to go. Follow the sobriety plan that's set up for you by the parole project. Good luck to you, sir.
All right, Ms. Jack?
Hi, Mr. Guilbeau, my vote is the same for the same reasons. You've done quite well during your period of incarceration. You've got a good transition program and a good support system. So my vote today likewise is grant.
And also vote to grant your parole for the same reasons as stated. You've done a lot of good work, and your special conditions will be report to your parole officer weekly for the first 6 weeks, in AA 3 times a week, and make sure you report to Louisiana Parole Project. 3 votes to grant. Today your parole's been granted. Good luck to you.
Thank you.